besties, what's up? My name is Meg. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going over Bookish New Year's resolutions. Either book resolutions that I'm wanting to A, keep or form, and B, ones that need to go. So why don't we get right into this video? So now before I say too much about what's going to be said, please know that these are my personal New Year's resolution goals and things and everything like that. I also have a very special video that is going to be posted on the 31st as a way to kind of end this year on a big little bang. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Anyways, let's get right into this video. So first, why don't we start off with habits that gotta go, that gotta hit the curb. Let's start off with those. So first, I want to keep up with my reading journal. So not keeping up with my reading journal and letting months go by at a time where I'm not keeping up with it and then doing it all jam-packed at one point in time. Maybe like doing like a month or two at a time. But this past time that I just did my reading journal, I did from July to October. So that was a big jump. Next habit that's gotta go is reading the same genre back to back. That is how I fell into a couple reading slumps that I faced this past month, was reading the same genre back to back. I almost completely got rid of one of the books that I was really anticipating because I read the Atlas 6 and then immediately turned around and did Arcana Academy, or whatever by Elise Kova, and I almost got rid of Arcana Academy because the Atlas 6 left off on a big cliffhanger and I didn't have books 2 and 3, and so I almost got rid of Arcana Academy. But as I was reading it, and I just felt like I was in a slump. I really did. So I'm going to try my hardest to not read the same genre back to back because I have ended up in a slump. So that's definitely not the most amount of fun that I've been through. Next is trying to stick to a TBR we make. I'm sorry, I am not a TBR girly. We are not a TBR person. Nope, definitely not. I definitely think that I need to stick to my mood reading. There are plans that I have with certain videos, with certain books. So I think that as far as a TBR is okay, but as far as like a monthly TBR of like all these books that I need to hit, I don't think that that will be a thing for me ever. So me trying to make that a thing for me just did not work. I need to stick to my mood reading. Definitely so. Also, if you would like a part 2 of what I read in a week as a mood reader, please like the video down below so I know that that is a video you'd be interested in seeing. Next is not buying every book that is released, especially if I'm unsure if I'm going to like it. That being said, I want to use my library more for circumstances like that. I would love to be able to use my library more to know that that is something that I want to pursue, or even using Kindle Unlimited more, using that. So that's definitely, because there are quite a few books that I have that I just have not read because of other books taking priority that I buy before. So if I'm unsure if I'm gonna like the book, maybe I wait and read it, either if it goes to Kindle Unlimited or use it through my library. So those were the 4 habits that I thought needed to get kicked to the curb. So let's get on to the habits that I want to form or keep for the new year. So these are the 7 habits that I would like to form or keep this new year. I want to read in place of doom scrolling. Doom scrolling, ever since I've started posting to TikTok, has officially taken back over my life. Like the first thing I do in the morning, doom scroll. Last thing I do before bed, doom scroll. Granted, a lot of it is, let's say, research for what is good ideas for myself to post, what trends are going around right now, things like that. I definitely want to limit myself on my doom scrolling. It's really gotten out of hand. So reading in place of doom scrolling definitely would be a much better balance. I think I probably would read more books than I would my doom scrolling. Plus, I have felt myself fall into depression dips when I am reading less and doom scrolling more. So that would definitely be something that I would like to do less of, is doom scroll. Next habit that I want to do is read for at least 30 minutes a day, even when I'm busy. Or if I am really super busy and I really don't feel that I can read for a full 30 minutes, is read at least 3 chapters. Because you never know if like those 3 chapters will lead to an hour of reading. You never know. So I want to read at least 3 chapters or 30 minutes of reading every day. I would like to be able to have my reading journal for my reading tracker say that I read every day this next year. That would be fantastic. I know that Kindle keeps track of like when you read, but that's on Kindle. If I read a physical book, like why can that not be an option? I don't get it. But anyways, I digress. I want to use audiobooks more. I want to try to, as you saw earlier this year, that I did a review of me reading Dark Matter on an audiobook. And that was because I wanted to do some Christmas presents. Well, I would like to get back into art and try to do a little bit more art this year. So I would like to use audiobooks once again as a way to consume audiobooks while I'm doing more art, while I'm driving, exercise, going for walks more. Like I just all around would love to use audiobooks more. I want to form a habit of, as I read through my physical TBR, if I decide that that book is not for me, that I then take it to Half Price Books and get some money back, and then whatever money I earn from that, I put into a jar that I can then go and splurge later. Any money that I make from it will be going back into buying more books that I would like more of. I also want to go through my TBR and separate the books that I did and did not like. If I read the book and I liked it, that's obviously a keep. If I read it and I'm unsure, maybe keep it for a little bit. If I read it and decided that it is absolutely not the book for me, that book's gotta go. Why am I holding on to books that I feel I need to keep? Like, no, I need to separate the books. I would also just like to try and dwindle down my physical TBR more than what I have. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. Really, really nice. I want to continue my blind date with a book. I think that that's such a great way for me to discover new authors and new genres that I might not have wandered to myself. This next one could technically be 2, but like it goes hand in hand. This next year, I know that it'll be kind of late and everybody will be kind of through theirs or partly through theirs. However, I would like to do the 75 books. Stay tuned. But I would also like to be posting on Instagram and TikTok daily. So making that kind of a new habit in order to continue to grow our little community on this corner of the internet would be a great way to kind of keep myself accountable while also reading lots of books. Anyways, that is all that I have for you for our Bookish New Year's resolutions that have got to go and that are going to stay or be formed. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you did enjoy. Please do all of the YouTube things you know how to do, and I will see you in a bit. Actually, I'll see you next year! I will see you next year. Bye!